Hey guys, good morning, good evening, good night. I'm sorry I have not done a video in a while. I've been kind of busy, but I should make time for you guys. I'm sorry. And thanks to my subscribers for watching my videos, and thanks to anyone out there that's going to be watching my video right now. Yes, I'm doing my video in my bathroom because it's a big bathroom and my AC unit's not working, so this is like the coolest place in the house that I would not look like I'm a sweaty little pig talking to you on on this video. So today I'm going to talk to you about toxic people and how to divorce toxic people from your life. Um, Wayne Dyer, which he's a famous motivational speaker, he said that friends are God's way of saying I'm sorry for your family. And I think that's kind of funny because there's like a family member that I have divorced from my life because he's a con artist. And I would never, ever, ever um, talk this con artist ever again. Um, he is favorite uncle in the family. His name is Uncle Darnell, and he always has a quick rich scheme. That's what I call them. And he tries to dress it up in any kind of way, but it's always a con. And the most recent con I want to say was about 5 years ago, where he decided that he wanted to be a broker, and he just kept telling my parents um, and my family to invest in what he was selling, invest in his stocks. He was good at stocks. Now, all of a sudden, out of the blue, after 2 months of training to be a stockbroker and getting a certification, which I think that he had someone take the test for him to get that certification or something, because he never works hard. And, the family was like, blood is thicker than water. Um, we should really do it for Uncle Darnell, that he's right about a lot of things. No, he just talks a good game, that's all. And, I felt guilted into investing in what stocks he was asking for, because he had to start off with a good portfolio or he was going to lose his job or whatever, some sob story that my parents fell for. And they really guilt me into it. And they were like, come on, Aisha, blood's thicker than water. You got to remember that. We got to stand up for our family. And I'm like, hey, this dude has not stood up for me at all. Um, if it wasn't for me, he would actually be on food stamps. And, I've helped him out on many occasions and never got a thank you or anything in return. So why should I help this uncle out? And basically, it was like emotional blackmail, because it was like either I give him some sort of money and, or basically risk my parents not talking to me. And that put me in a very, very difficult position. And I did acquiesce and I did invest some money. And of course, the money was gone. It was a bad investment. And luckily, I did not invest as much as the family had asked me to. It was a fraction of that, it was a couple $100s, but still, it was money that I'm not going to get back. And I feel like Uncle Darnell is such a user. It's just like we're throwing money into this black hole and it's never coming back. And, when I tried to confront my parents about it, they were like, oh, he's really trying. And that seemed like a good investment in the beginning. And, give him a chance, give him a break. He's gotten 20 million breaks. and I'm done. So I made the decision to divorce him from my life. I do not invite him to any events that have to do with my kids. I do not talk to him. I do not call him. I've removed him from all social media. He still asks my family, my sisters and my parents, um, why won't you talk to me? I don't understand. Like, he's such a sociopath. He doesn't even understand. And a sociopath or a psychopath or whatever, he just has no apathy. And so he's on to another scheme, but I'm not gonna be part of it. I'm done investing. And then what makes it worse is that he wants to turn around and give me advice on my life, like add his 2 cents to my life. Like, really? I helped you get out the hole. You didn't help me get out. I got myself out of my own hole. I got myself out of debt. I got myself back into school without you. And I helped you. And you want to give me advice on how to succeed, and every venture that you go into, you don't succeed in at all. So no, no, thank you. So my parents are really pressuring me to talk to him again, but that blood is thicker than water crap. Is crap. That's really what it is. You don't many viewers, many of you guys probably have friends that are very close to you that you've probably told secrets to or talked to that are even closer to you than your own siblings or your own parents. Keep those friends. Keep those people in your life. Um, don't fall for the trick that I did, and don't go that route of getting emotionally blackmailed or manipulated into doing that for that toxic person. And I have another situation where I was talking to a coworker about, toxic family members and just toxic people in our lives that we struggle with on a day to day basis, and how to divorce them from our lives. Which, by the way, I'm happier that he's not in my life. My life has been so much easier and so much more pleasurable because he's not there. So don't think that a person that is a family member in your life, you cannot divorce them, because you can. It may be hard at first. Um, do it in increments. Maybe don't see them as much. Maybe don't talk to them on the phone as much. Maybe see them only at family gatherings. You know, maybe an occasional email just to check and see if they're alive. but or just, if they're really that toxic, just shut them off, ghost them, totally get out of their lives, because you have to do what's right for you. You have to do what is in your best interest to protect yourself. And that's what I was telling this coworker that has, she allowed me to tell a story. Her name is Angie. And I'm just protecting her name because of, I don't want to spill her name. She's already kind enough to allow me to talk about this issue on video, so I'm not going to reveal her name. Um, so she keeps getting these emails from her ex-husband. They have two kids together, and um, she got really sick, and she submitted temporary custody over to the father while she got better. And during that time, it's just, she just said it's just been one big drama filled, uh, uh, dealing with this person has just been a lot of drama and bullshit. That's what I call it. It's just a lot of drama. And so he just keeps sending these threatening emails. And I told her, I said, just collect those emails and um, document all the emails that that person has sent to you. Let them know that, give them a final warning. Let them know that for the welfare of your children, only in cases of the welfare of your children, um, do you talk to them, or they're allowed to talk to you. But as far as anything else, they don't have the right to talk to you, text you, or email you anything else. Because this person sent this email to her, and even I was getting mad for her, but I was like, um, no, it's none of my business. So let me read you part of this email. Since all of a sudden you want to be a mother, let me know the 4 weeks during the summer you are exercising, but and he spelled exercising with uh, EXCIRSISING. So I'm just assuming it's exercising. I don't even know what he's trying to say. Your summer vacations with the girls. The last day of school is May 22nd. We have plans from June 5th to June 12th. The remainder of the time is open. If we refuse to get them for court visitations, it will be documented. If you don't respond, it'll be as if you have forfeit your visitations. I'm not going to argue with you or go back and forth, especially since you only see the girls in the last 12 months, 4 days a month. And she already mentioned to me is that when she tries to see the girls, um, the court order, what she explained to me, the court order is every other weekend. And when she tries to see the girls any other time beyond that, this dude just won't let her do it. He goes by the court order and just flags that in her face and just says he's not going to do it. So he just does that, and it really hurts the girls. It doesn't hurt him at all. It really hurts the children because the children need to see their mother. And let me go back to email. You should know that there will be no judge in the state of Georgia that will side with a patent. Oh, I guess he's trying to say parent because it says PATENT that voluntarily refuses to exercise their court order visitations, and it chooses to limit their parental time to 4 days a month. So let me give you some background on this, and she allowed me to elaborate, and I'm glad she allowed me to do that for the sake of this video. Now, she was supposed to get her custody of her girls for the summer. That's what the court order said, every even year. Like, she let me look at the court order. We're kind of, we're co-workers, but we're kind of close. So, so during the summer, she's supposed to get custody of the kids. Now, wouldn't it make sense she pays child support, wouldn't it make sense for her to have the child support moved to wherever the girls live? Now, this person wants my friend Angie to take summer custody of the girls, of her girls, and pay him child support when the girls are not even going to be with him. Now, this in a normal, healthy situation where you're dealing with a healthy co-parenting situation, you don't have to. The courts are just basically a guideline to what is expected of each parent. Now, if the parents are working as two co-parenting adults, they can, upon agreement, they can say, okay, well, even though the court order does say that you only get the kids every other weekend, you can still see the kids anytime, um, anytime you want to. We just need to make an arrangement because that's how co-parenting works. Two people working together. And then, as far as the summer months, wouldn't it make sense, the co-parents to work something out as far as, let me, the father saying to the mother, let me give you this child support money back because you're watching our children during the summer, so that the children have enough money financially to be taken care of. No, this person still wants to be paid child support without any kids being with them. That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. And if this person was so hell bent on Angie, watching the kids during the summer, then he should just take his ass to court and file a motion to suspend child support for the summer months. Like, stop sucking the life out of this poor girl and taking her money, and actually do what's best for the children. That would make sense to me. So I just told her, you know what, don't listen to all that garbage. That's garbage. The most important thing that you need to know is the welfare of your children, whether they're healthy, whether they're eating right, whether they're being taken care of. Especially make sure that they're not being abused, because I know in these situations, there can be child abuse, and you never know. And also, I told her just to send that person a warning that, unless it's about the welfare of the children, do not contact me, text me, email me, you know, or send any kind of communication. This is about the children. It's about the welfare of the children, and that's it. You don't need to engage with this person on a daily basis. You don't need to engage back and forth when they're making these comments. Um, she's shown me some other emails that were more vile, that were using like the F bomb. And this person's saying F you this and F you that. I said, girl, don't go down that route, because that's a toxic person. And a toxic person, all they want you to do is talk to them. They do. They love it. They want you to talk to them. They want you to waste the energy on concentrating on them, because they have nothing. They have nothing inside. Nothing fulfills them. They're not happy people. And no matter what you say or do, it's not going to make that person feel good about you. And then you got to understand, there's some people in this world that just will not like you, and maybe even hate you. But you know what? Whenever someone hates you, remember, they're pointing four of their fingers back at themselves. So they must hate themselves pretty much to send these emails, and demeaning emails to the mother of their children. So to divorce that person from your life, I know it's hard because that person has custody of your kids. I just told her, you need to cease communication unless it's about the welfare of your kids. You have a right to check on them. You have a right to communicate to that person, whether you have a right to, I'm sorry, there's a text that came up and I couldn't see around it. You have a right to know the welfare of your children. Um, if that is in the court order, that's in the court order. If you have joint custody of your kids, you have a right to communicate with you about your kids. You have a right to know what's going on in their lives, whether they're sick, whether they're healthy, whether they're depressed, whether even if they're happy, whether their grades are good or whether they're not good. Um, that person's supposed to communicate with you, or communicate with the school as far as like grades and things of that nature. But as far as the welfare of those kids living under his house, she has every right to know what's going on with them. That would have to be court ordered that she doesn't have the right. I guess my little stint, I did a little bit of paralegal studies a couple years ago, and I guess whenever I hear about someone's rights being violated, I get a little like, ugh. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's when a paralegal person comes out of me. So, I'm sorry this video is so long, but I really just wanted to reach out to you guys and let you know that you don't have to deal with that toxic person in your life. Whether it's a family member, whether it's a ex-wife, ex-husband, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, ex-friend, you don't have to deal with that person in your life. And then once you stop dealing with that person, you allow yourself and you allow your heart to be open for other people that are going to care about you to come in. So that's my message for today. And thank you. Please hit the subscribe button at the bottom. I can't talk all of a sudden. Please hit the subscribe button at the bottom. And have a good day. Bye.